Hi and welcome to this recipe video. We're going to be making vegetable pulao with a twist because we're going to be making it with the original Basmati rice. A lot of people think that Basmati rice is a white rice variety. In nature, there is no white rice variety. It does not exist. Rice is either brown, red, purple or black or shades in between. But when we remove the outer bran, the inner grain is white in color. That's what we see when we buy Basmati rice and it looks white. But if you go to the farmer or if you go to the field and you look at the brown rice on the plant, you open the husk. The Basmati rice grain is brown in color. This is important because the outer bran has most of the vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients that actually protect you from the starch, the glucose that the rice contains. We know that sugar is bad. We know that oil is bad, right? Fats and sugars in their simple forms, when we process them, when we remove the nutrients, that's what makes them bad. But if we eat it in the wholesome original form, unprocessed, then brown Basmati rice actually becomes a healthy, wholesome source of nutrition for us. But a lot of people think that it's difficult to cook because it takes a little longer. The truth is it might take a few minutes extra to cook, but it's going to give you days, weeks or even months longer of a healthy lifespan, and I'm going to take that trade-off any day. So shall we see how to make this easy one-pot brown Basmati rice pulao recipe? Let's get started. Here are the ingredients you need. First up, brown Basmati rice. Then our vegetables, cauliflower, potato, carrot, beans and onion. Our spices and garnish, bay leaves, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves and cashew nuts. Finally, for our oil-free tadka, roasted jeera or roasted cumin seeds and salt. First step is to cook the rice. So we're going to take brown Basmati rice. The measure of water is really important. We need to take one rice and 1.5 to 2 of water. Depending on the rice that you have, different brands of rice, different harvests need slightly different amounts of water. So check it once whenever you buy something new. See how it turns out. If it's too dry, add a little more water. If it's too soft, add a little less water and you'll know exactly how much water to use for your rice. When you close it and cook or when you pressure cook it, you make sure that the water does not evaporate so that the water to rice ratio is perfect. We're going to let it cook in a closed vessel or in a pressure cooker until it's about half cooked. Actually, in a closed vessel, you need to do this. In a pressure cooker, you don't need to cook the rice separately. You can put all the vegetables, all the spices, everything in along with the rice and cook it all together. But when you're doing open vessel cooking like this in a non-pressure cooker vessel, then you can wait for the rice to get half cooked before adding your vegetables. The rice is just about half cooked and it's perfect time for us to add in the vegetables. A lot of people would want to roast the onions. You can do that if you like. Just dry fry it, dry roast it or put it in an oven and bake it for a few minutes. It should work well. I don't have time to cook. So what I do is I just put all the vegetables with the rice and I cook it down and it tastes just fine. Also adding in our spices, the cloves, cardamom, bay leaf and cinnamon. Mix them a bit. Close it. Now we continue letting it cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Once the rice and vegetables are done, your pulao is ready to be garnished. I wish you can smell that. It smells so good, transporting me back to my childhood. Every time my mother made pulao, this is exactly what the whole house would smell like. Those spices are doing their job marvelously. And now that the rice and vegetables are fully cooked, it's time for a lot of steam and it's time for the garnish. Now this jeera has already been roasted. That makes it a lot easier to do the oil-free garnish because otherwise you would have to roast it in oil. But if you want to have an oil-free pulao, then the easiest way is to do the exact same roasting but just skip the oil. What I do is I have a bottle of roasted jeera and roasted mustard at home always. So whenever I need to garnish, I just take a spoon and I take some jeera and I put it on my dish like that and my tadka is done. Super easy, no? And finally salt. I'm a fan of what salt does to my taste buds. I'm not a fan of what it does to my heart, my arteries, my kidneys, and my brain. Salt is not a healthy food, and we need to minimize salt as far as we can. And adding salt like this at the end of cooking instead of adding it at the beginning is a great way to get the same flavor using less amount of salt. Okay, so now that the pulao is done, shall we try it? This is comfort food. I want a nice cucumber raita to eat with this pulao. Maybe one pakoda to eat along with it. Perfect combination. And maybe a nice salad also. That would be really nice. I really enjoy making this kind of pulao for two reasons. One, it's so wholesome. It has so many different food groups. If you add some peas or some tofu to it, it actually becomes even healthier. And number two, because it's so easy to make. My schedule is packed with work, early morning to late night, every single day, 7 days of the week, 365 days a year. So I don't have much time to cook. Making a one-pot dish like this pulao saves me a lot of time while still keeping me healthy, keeping me full, giving me that energy to run around doing everything I need to do all day long to bring recipes like this to you and your family. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how your family likes it. Let me know how you like it in the comments. If you have some ideas for some nice side dishes to eat with this pulao, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Don't miss subscribing to nutritionscience.in. I look forward to meeting you in the next recipe video with another healthy and tasty recipe. This is Dr. Eswar, and I'll see you soon. Be blessed.